What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. I hope everybody's doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. Well, I'm doing good and I'm not doing so good. What happened is I recorded the episode and, well, there was a problem with the recording, so now there's just plenty of holes everywhere. So I decided to remove everything that I did, but I'm not going to craft it again. That would be stupid of me. So instead, I'm going to show you what I did, which is pretty much into this here, and probably a couple in there as well. And we're going to replace it, and maybe we'll be able to go even further because I don't have to craft the things and prepare a couple of the stuff with the pulverizer and everything. So let's see. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to make this a full storage. At first, I wanted to go for the drive fixtures, but when I tried to place them in and put the drives in the fixtures, I instantly got kicked out of the server saying that I was going above 32,767 bytes or something of the sort. So I had to throw my things away, and I spawned back the ME drives that I had, because I use these to make the ones there, and you can't revert back to this recipe because the recipe is a modified recipe. So first things first, let's place these back. But because we're placing these back, we need to grab the dance cables, which also have modified recipes. So normally the way you would get dance cable is by using 4 covered cables with the redstone cables like this, but it's kind of been changed that now there's dense covered cable. I didn't know, I never seen those before, and those are 4 of the covered cables. The covered cables are a cable with some wool, which I've already prepared like a bunch of wool. I've got like 2,000 something. And there's the smart cable, which are the covered cable with redstone and glowstone. These two together are kind of what we need. So the thing that happened is, when you connect, and we're going to do it here just to show, we're going to do this, and we're going to connect these together, and you're going to see that there's a limit on how many of these things you can connect. So if you look at this here, there's 8 connections only, because these do talk to each other, but they act as a smart cable, not a dense cable, which makes it that they have a limit of 8 connections together. But if we do this, it will prioritize the cable before prioritizing the connections between each other. So by doing this, we get the 24 connections that we need on this side, and it will be doing the same thing on the other side as well. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's connect, oh, not like that, everything together. Perfect. Alright. One other thing is, in between the last episode and this episode, I kind of started actually doing things for this episode, like making this big controller. There's nothing special, it's just a couple of controllers connected together. If you didn't know, the limit is 7 by 7 by 7. You cannot go higher than that. You could go with some subnetworks and things like this, but I did not go on that route. I've also made storage cells. I have 38. And they are all 64. I know I don't need 64, but it's the way I go. I go with, I do what is completely retarded and things that you never need. So the plan is that we will, let's do cell again, use all the stuff that we can. So we're going to try to fill the whole thing eventually, but for this we're going to need to have a little bit of automation going, because I'm not going to do this just like that from day one to like now going all this system filled up. Because if we fill all this, I'm pretty sure I don't even need to have any of those drawers. But I like drawers, so we're going to keep them. Okay, so the next step is you need to have more panels. And the terminal are a little bit different. So if we look here, there's a couple of terminals that are important. There's the normal terminal, which is the terminal. And you just need these here. So we made one of these just because, well, why not? There's the interface terminal, which is for auto crafting. So there's the pattern terminal, which, again, I think it's a changed recipe. I don't remember having to do this to make the pattern terminal. But it's a crafting terminal with the engineering pattern. And for the heck of it, I did a fluid terminal. Which I think it would be cool if we did like maybe the side ones just to have fluids in there. So let's grab these. And the way I'm doing this is I place the terminal there, the interface terminal there, the pattern terminal there, and of course the last one, that one there. So I just showed 3 color of cables. If you didn't know, you can change the visual of them by connecting different cables. Or you can use a painter thingy doodler in applied ENERGISTICS. I never remember what the name is, but I think it's color applicator. That's the one that you can use. And this will make it that you can put the stuff in there like this. So, alright. So, that is good and all, but you can't craft anything because you don't have anything to craft with. So, that is kind of the issue that happens here. And with this, that means that you need to make stuff for crafting. And I was looking at the floor and I didn't like the fact of just putting things on the floor. I like the big open space and everything. So I decided that I was going to put it on the ceiling instead. So there's a couple of things you need for crafting. You need a molecular assembler. With this recipe is completely changed. You need a crafting terminal for each molecular assembler, with all these things around. So I made 40 of them, separated in 2. And I also have the ME interface for them. So if we look here, the ME interface is like this, but you've seen that in the last episode. I also made some crafting storage and coprocessors. These are also modified, I believe, here. You never use Constantine for these. And for this one as well, it used to be one of these with one of these, that's it. So all of them are modified. So let's take these and let's place them where they belong. We're going to do bam, 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 and bam. Then we have, of course, our interfaces. Our interfaces. I'm not sure it's a plural or not. Alright, so put one on each side. Of course, I'm going to make this prettier after. It's just for the moment, that's the way we can do it. Boom. No. You need to hold shift or they're not going to place together. Alright, like this. Let's place this here. Oh wow, it's kind of weird that you can see the liquid behind them. But I guess it's kind of the way it's going to be. Okay. And of course, you need to have the processing power to be able to use the molecular assemblers, which is where these here will come in. So these things need to be square or rectangle or something like that. It cannot be, as you can see now it's formed. If I place that there, it's no longer formed. But if I place this one here, it does. Now it's not. Now it is. So just think about that when you do your processors and things like that. So this is the way I want to do this. So we're going to have pretty much the same thing on the other side as well. And it's just a tiny thing. But it kind of brings us to our last things that we have in here, which is the P2P channel and the memory card, which we also have some cables over here. So we're going to go above and we're going to place a little bit of cables over here. I believe I should have more. Maybe I left them in the system. I'm going to talk about this here in a second. There was a problem with it that was not addressed on camera because I found out about it a little bit later on. So let's connect these things, and we're going to talk about the issue of this over here just after. So, alright, what I want to do is place this thing... Well, to be honest, I don't need these two here, but if I break it, I won't be able to grab it anyway. So, alright, let's... Oh, wow, how am I going to do this? Oh, yeah, I can do that. Bam, so this is connected. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing here. There's going to be one there, one here with a connection over there. And this is simply going to go here with a P2P channel. And then we're going to run a cable down here all the way to this place. There, I can't really touch these, so we're going to go straight up. Alright. I hope I have enough cables. I don't think I have enough cables, guys. Yeah, okay. Well, we can just do this and do cable. No, those are the smart one. I want the black one, which I have here. I decided to go with black for cables. Just, you know, it doesn't stand out or anything. But for here, I thought it would be good. I tried black and I didn't like the result. So just a little bit of colors helped. But this thing here is nice and all, but that's not how we're going to connect it. We're going to put that there. Yes, because it looks freaking amazing. No, it's actually useful. So the next thing you do, shift right click, then these two are connected. But there is no power over here. So this kind of brings us to the next step. We need to have power. So we're going to go, Certus? No, glass. No, I never remember for the life of me. Quartz. We need one quartz fiber, and we need a cable. So let's grab this cable here. I think that's going to be fine. We're going to put... So you could do this, but it's going to use the connections here. And you don't care about this. This thing does not need to be part of the system at all. So what you do is you connect this there and that there. So these two are not part of the system. It's like a sub-network. And this thing here, the 12, are sent through this thing here to the system. So the way we can see that is by going in here. You can see that I've got 10 molecular assembler, which in reality we've got more than that. But we've got 4 coprocessors, so it's going to be able to craft more than one thing at a time. And this is why we've got more than one molecular assembler connected to the different interface. Over here, I did an encoded pattern with a blank pattern. It's pretty simple. The pattern is a pattern. Yeah, I literally made a pattern for patterns. Because you need a lot of patterns to make patterns. So it's kind of important to have your patterns. And I think I said patterns way too many times. Alright, so before we continue, let's take a look at what I changed here. So let me explain a little bit of what happened. So when I came back, as turns out, this one was empty and these two were full. And the reason why this happened is because this thing here was on round robin. I had the impression, and I remembered them working like this, as when it was round robin, it would work all the time, because if this one would be full, it would just not care about this one and continue between the ones that were left. But as it turns out, if you put it on round robin and 2 of them are full, it's going to try to fill this one. When it did this one, it's going to go to that one. And until it can fill that one here, it's never going to go back to the one before. Which, where the issue was. For here, I had to change it to random. For here, I had to change it to random. And for here, I had to change it to random. And this made everything work. Oh, also, this one is on round robin. Should be changed to random. So over here, things will work better. So at first, I thought it was a completely different issue because when we played, oh boy, I think it was FTB Horizon, there was an issue where if things were not in the same chunks, they would disconnect and things would go like badly. But that's not the case here. It's completely a different issue. So, guys, let me get a couple of things prepared. Let me check a little bit around, but we're going to continue a little bit into the auto crafting process. And we're going to go into a little bit in depth, which we want these automated. So we're going to get into that. I was trying to figure out where would be the best place to put these. And I kind of turned my head and I was looking to what I was going to put up here and over there. And I think this is the perfect place to place our chest. So the thing we can do, if you didn't know, if we look in here, we have the molecular assembler because what it's going to show you is what is connected to the interface. But if you, let's say, grab an interface, put it in here, and let's say do AE like this, and we're going to go Inscribers. And you take it, when you're going to place it down, it's going to show as Inscribers instead. So we're going to start here. I think I'm going to skip the corner one just for just for beauty and stuff. We're going to put that one under there. And just to see if my theory works, we're going to connect it. We're going to do this a little bit differently. It's not going to be connected exactly like this. But for the moment, this is how we're going to do it. The reason I'm passing under is because I can put facades like this, but these are connected textures, so I don't want to use the block behind it. So, alright, well, this is going to go up all the way over there. I'm actually thinking this is 12, so we could just run the cable and do the same thing on the other side. Or, 12... Yeah, instead, let's do this. So we got the connections here. That's gonna go to the middle there. Alright. And then, well, let's connect everything because, well, it needs to be connected, of course. And we're gonna run this down right here. Like so. Well, actually, yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. Okay. Perfect. So this is like that. This thing, like the other one we did, will be a P2P channel, but like I said, we just want to connect things right now just to see if it's going to show to the correct name. I used to do that before, so I hope it's going to do it now. Alright, so now it's connected. If we look in here, oops, not that one, AE Inscribers. So that is cool because now we're going to be able to know when we're going to place things in here, what we're placing things in. So that is kind of the way I want to do this, but as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and these can only take 8. So we kind of need to have a bigger channel over here. So for this, we're going to run pretty much just a couple of these, like maybe 3. Oh, that's not the correct cable. There we go. By the way, do not vein mine your cables because it's going to vein mine the whole thing. Everything is connected to it. Normal cables, dense cable, connectors, everything is going to be vein mined. So just be careful with that. So, alright, we will do, this is the first connection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's stop at 7. We're going to grab an anchor just so we can do this. Alright, so let's grab the anchor, place it here, and then the other one will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. There you go. So that's the way we're going to do this. So over here, there's need to be a connection for this thing to work. So there is a reason why I kind of want to use the cable, but that's not really. So this thing here, instead of going there, will go here. So this cable will come here, so it's going to connect both. But we're going to run through here instead of going the other way down there. Like so. As well, we're going to use a P2P channel because we're using a P2P channel on the other side, and we kind of want to get things similar. So let's make a P2P channel, and let's connect everything. So P2P channel have a pretty simple, well, there's different ones, but the only one that works is the EMI one, so just make that one. Alright, so we've got the 2. Perfect. And to be honest, there's going to be 3. If you didn't know, you can have multiple output of an input. So over here, we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. Connect this one here. Connect the cables. We'll have to make one more cable. So let's do cable, scroll. That's the one here. And of course, we don't have one of these. There we go, that's 8. Give us a couple. 32. And we still need one of these, don't we? Yes. So let's make some of that. I'm always thinking it's going to be easier to do some certain things certain ways, and turns out it's not. Okay. So we're going to have this here. Perfect. Over there. Over here. So this thing now is connected. And like the other side, we're going to have this here. And we're going to have this one there. And this thing here will connect this one to this one. Like so. So now we need to connect these together. So we're going to use again this one here. We're going to do BAM. And BAM. And then right-click again over here. And so the loaded thing is loaded at 2 places. So this one is linked. This one is also linked. And this one is also linked to outputs, as you can see. So now the outputs over here and the outputs over there will all connect to the same place. And everything should still be connected when we look over here, AE Inscribers. So that is cool. But now we kind of need to make the recipes for the Inscriber. It's pretty easy for us. What we need is simply to have the pure stuff that we need to do. So this... actually, no, that's not. Pure. So one of these, and one of these. And then we need the processors. So one of these, one of these, and one of these. Then we come here, we change it to processing patterns. This one's going to give that one. This one's going to give that one. And this one is going to give that one. There we go. So that's how we're going to do it. Perfect. I might have to add another inscriber because of this recipe here. When you want to do the interface like this, you need to have that, which is kind of an issue, but I guess that's the way we go. But all right, we've got these 3 here, so we're going to be able to place them over here. And there won't be any more recipes for this, so we could hide it. The reason I named it is just because I wanted to show it, that you could do it, but we don't need it. We're also going to place 2 more of these, like so. And these are going to be, I never remember, pink is... Okay, the light blue is for charging. There we go, so we're going to put charging over there, and the pink is the important one, pretty much. So let's do this with that. So we're going to get one of these. Alright, let's get this thing here. So we're going to get one of these. And let's get the last one, which is the quartz one. And we're going to get one of these. So over here, we're going to do something pretty similar. This one, we'll give that one. This one, we'll give that one. Oh, yeah, let's make it. And this one, we'll give that one as well. And then again, we're going to go over here. Bam, bam, bam. Hide it. And well, the last one is quite simple. Sorters will give charge sorters. So let's do bam and bam. No, that's a backpack, just inserters. Alright. And this one goes there. Boom. Locked it. Perfect. So when you lock them, they don't show it. They don't show up here. So that's also pretty good. Alright, we're gonna grab that one. That is cool. Let's place it over there. And the reason I kind of wanted to use the bottom piece here, if I can do this, I can place the blocks without an issue to the place where we need to place them. Like these place here. And after that, I can just use my facades to fill in the rest, and you wouldn't even know there are things over here. So that is awesome, and it allows us to have a nice place hidden with all our good stuff. Alright, let's finish this at the bottom, and bam! Like nothing is even there. This is what I'm talking about, and this is what I like to do. And just like, and also, I'm a huge fan of vendor chests. If you didn't know about this, I could have connected all this normally, like directly into the place with like a chest here or something. But I like ender chest, even though if to go from there to there, even if I could connect it directly there. I just like ender chest. It's nice, it's useful, and it's helpful. All right, there's 3 more recipes we need to do. Yes. This one. That one. And of course, that one. Alright, we're gonna make a little bit more patterns. There we go. Should make some patterns. And normally I would not put them in the same place, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. It's going to go so quick that it's fine. So, okay, let's put these in there. And now we're going to have to test if these things work. First, let's see. It's charging 20. Still charging 20. There we go. They're coming back. So that means it's going to the correct place. We can see them here. It's pretty cool. They're getting in place, and instantly when they change, they get taken out. I did have to make a change to the fact that it was only connected here about a power. I had to place a cable under this one and this one so that it power the whole line, because they were just powering the ones in the middle. So now this thing is working. Perfect. Okay, let's see pure. So we're going to tell it to do like a 20... No, let's do directly the processors. Next, start. Alright, it should start crafting over here. There we go. They're all in here. And let's do pure. And we're going to do the same thing. 50. Oh, I cannot do this because there's actually 2 recipes being crafted at the moment. Oh, there's one charge that did not work. Oh, there it is. Why is it not? There we go. It took forever, but it charged. Alright. There you go. So, no job. That's one thing we're going to do. We're going to add more of these. Don't worry about it. This is just... Actually, this thing, maybe if we move this one there, it would work. But yeah, we need way more processors than this, that's for sure. Just different CPU units that are going to be helpful. So, all right, we wanted to make the pure. So let's just check if it works. Next, start. As you can see, it's currently crafting these. And then it's going to put everything into here. They're going up. Done, 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 and done. So our recipe over here, finished. So I'm pretty happy. This thing is going to be great. I can put more when we have more places that I'm going to link with Ender Chest. So different places to craft stuff. Maybe we're going to have one because, you know, we need to crush and pulverize these. So maybe I'll have one connected to a pulverizer. That could be pretty useful. But, guys, that is going to be it for today. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you really loved it, don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.